Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome after IXION Let's Play, which has very quickly become a story about Romulus and Remus, a story about recurring supervillains, about betrayal by the Dulles Corporation, about strange temporal anomalies, and about human sacrifice, genetic modification, and the future of humanity itself. Folks, these last handful of sessions has been absolutely wild. This game is tremendous. I've been having so much fun going through this story, and I feel as though we're close to the end over here, as the Piranesi has chased us into the system as well and continues to threaten us with our destruction. We've come across, of course, the Ashtongites on Remus, who are offering us some form of strange salvation, if we can call it that. We just have to join their cult and literally change our bodies, our very being, in order to settle on Remus. But we also came across Romulus, a well-kept secret, and therein lies the betrayal of the Dulles Corporation. They were keeping this secret from us. Eden, it seems, was specifically programmed to avoid Romulus, another habitable exoplanet that we can absolutely terraform and make suitable for human life. So, I guess the choice is sort of between the future of humanity, staying as it's been in the past, doomed to repeat itself perhaps, but at least it is human, or changing ourselves into whatever it is that lives on Remus, fulfilling what seems to be this strange dream of an eccentric billionaire. Because again, if Eden and all of our protocols have been programmed based on that CEO's whims and wishes, then according to protocol, from my understanding, we should end up on Remus as Ashtongites, as inhuman humans, I suppose. And is that what I'm here for? Am I here to propagate this, again, eccentric billionaire's dreams and wishes? Or am I here as a guardian to over 4,000 humans who probably wish to remain as humans, keep their free will, keep their individual identity? We've worked collectively to survive for so long, and we will continue to do so, I think. I do not believe in merging our consciousness, our very being, with the Ashtongites of Remus. I do not like their proposition. It might be our only option, but I would be a fool to jump to it without at least investigating Romulus and the potential there first. Folks, if you can't tell, I'm madly in love with this game and all of the conversations it presents. I'm also madly in love with the conversations I was seeing in the comments of the previous episode. Took some time to take all that in and see everyone's opinions and angles. Definitely having that feed into my own decision-making process, but I do have some investigating to do before I can actually make a decision. We need to see if Romulus is actually a viable option. What's going on over here? What's going on up at these points as well? We've got some probes going out. We got to check out Numitor as well. There's a lot to do still. And folks, before we get into it, I just want to very quickly apologize for the strange schedule this week. Normally, I try to release an episode every other day, but this week we had a bit of a delay, and I just want to quickly apologize because that's not ideal. But there wasn't much I could do because, unfortunately, apart from my hard drive crapping out over the weekend, which set me back a little bit, and my suffering a somewhat significant injury that makes it actually difficult to play video games. I know that sounds funny, but it's a finger-related injury. I also had to deal with a power outage. I did not have electricity on Monday or Tuesday. And even though this episode was ready to go on time, I wasn't able to upload it or get it ready and processed by YouTube because I didn't have power. So there wasn't much I could really do about that, unfortunately, though now we are back on track, back on schedule, releasing every other day as we should. With that said, let's get this party started, shall we? Let's go ahead and send the Fermi over to Romulus, because it was pointed out to me that if we check out Remus, we are able to temporarily leave Remus, and I think that's exactly what we're going to do. The crew of the Fermi will leave, but a new expedition may be sent there. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and get the Fermi moving up towards Romulus to investigate, and we'll get the sensitive up towards Numitor over here. I keep wanting to say Numenor. Sorry. But yeah, we'll get the sensitive up to the Numitor. And meanwhile, the Galileo. My goodness, what do we do with the Galileo? I have no idea. I don't recall when we lost the Galileo, and I've seen some theories in the comments, but I'm going to be honest with you, none of that feels right. I feel like this game's playing tricks on my mind. I mean, it was a long time ago we lost the Galileo, so, you know, it's but a distant memory. Since I don't sit down and play marathon sessions, it's an hour every other day, basically. It feels so long ago. But I do think those names... Oh, and you know what? Look, I'm not gonna mull over this right now. I'm sure answers will present themselves. I'm not sure. I don't think answers will present themselves. The only thing presenting itself right now is the Piranesi. So let's have time moving forward. Let's get the Fermi moving up to Romulus. And once the probes arrive at their destination up over here, we'll have something for the Galileo to do as well. Overall, resources are looking okay still. I'm not sure what the Piranesi is up to. As up over here, we found Aventine. Is that a second planet on the same... It is. So we do have 2 planets at the same sort of orbital radius from the local sun. That's okay. Cool. Yeah, sure. Let's get the Galileo. Can I not? Oh, what's going on here? I can't select the Galileo? Why not? Oh, right, of course. Because my apologies. We got to go back into our interior over here. Over to an empty slot to assign the Galileo. Yes, a docking bay from where it can receive its orders. So back to our system map, and now we can, in fact, send the Galileo over to Aventine to gather some science points and investigate some of these additional planets as well. Almost at Romulus. Before we get there, let's go ahead and take a look at our tech tree really quickly. I just want to see if there's anything I shouldn't focus on. Again, we are trying to save some resources, some science points, I suppose I should say, to research whatever this question mark might be. Because in case it's one of those like emergency ones that you'd rather get sooner rather than later, I want to make sure we have some science points to set aside for that. But is there not anything else, literally anything else that I could invest in? Are we really 5,000 plus? Dang, we are. We're closer to 5,500. Dang, okay, so actually since we are 5,000 plus, that means this Exo Fighting Dome's high capacity terraces upgrade is worthwhile. That's an extra +1 to stability, 40 science only. And you know what, with the Piranesi here, my concern for our stability has doubled, much like some of the penalties that get applied. So let's get the high capacity terraces going. And apart from that, I almost wonder if I shouldn't chase after faster construction. High quality lubricants, is that really necessary? Science ship upgrades, we have the Frostpunk tachyon injector. I mean, the science ships are moving around fairly slowly right now, or so it feels, but do I really need them to move that much faster? I don't think so. Ooh, fire station. Are the vehicles moving more quickly? Nah, I think we'll be fine. I don't know. Famous last words, right? I think we'll be fine. But I do genuinely think we'll be okay. Alright, let's leave it be. We'll do the high capacity terraces, and then we'll make a decision with regards to what to research next, depending on what's available when that one's done. Playing it a little cautiously, and we are currently building countermeasures, but until there's a missile launch, we aren't able to build probes. Fortunately, we found iron deposits, carbon deposits, silicon deposits, ice, and hydrogen deposits as well. So, you know, we are able to collect all of our crucial resources, or at least mine those crucial resources. We're not going to fall behind on those fronts. But eventually, I might need an additional probe, and if we haven't used our countermeasure, or if we find ourselves in a position where we need to use countermeasures and probes at the same time, we're going to have to adjust some things aboard the Tiqqun, which I'm not necessarily looking forward to. Let's speed time up ever so slightly. And let's not forget also, we do have a sixth sector we can open, as Lupercal here has been discovered. Another, hang on a second, this planet is not on an orbital line. So what's up with you? Again, I am extremely concerned that a lot of loss of life is going to happen at these events, because, well, I was thinking that previously, and I guess I still feel that way. Previously, I was thinking, well, without the threat like without a threat like a storm that's moving through the system, or the Piranesi, what other way is there to threaten our chance of success? And it's taking lives through events. But now we have the Piranesi here as well, And so I'm not sure exactly... I don't know what to expect. I should stop trying to predict things. This is extremely unpredictable. But Eden just told us there is an event available, so let's go ahead and take a look at Sector 3. And oh no, what do we have here? Leaving Eden. Naomi Protocol hijacking subroutines. Administrator. This is Fuzia Latif of the Sector 1 Scientific Syndicate. Eden continues to block Romulus despite our countermeasures. I won't beat around the bush any longer. We need to shut down Eden. She's altering all the data presented to you as well as the data that crew members exchange with each other. You've probably noticed this already. Eden obeys the principles of Dolos, which today are probably more than a century out of date. She's programmed to prevent us from reaching Romulus and making a fresh start. She won't deviate from the old dreams of the long-crushed corporations that brought about the Lunaclism. She's totally disconnected from what the crew, including you, have gone through and are still going through. We've successfully deposited a protocol for disconnection in the EVA airlock database. Please, Administrator. You're our only hope. Oh boy. Alright, well, I've heard you. And it's interesting, they're touching on some of the same sentiments that I had in my mind before we even started this session. Like old dreams of the long-crushed corporations, right? And I guess more than a century out of date. I didn't realize that. How does that make sense? How long have we been aboard the Tiqqun? Or are the principles of Dolos, older than this program and stuff? I guess that makes sense. Nonetheless, I'm very much on the same page as Fuzia Latif over here. We found what seems to be a viable alternative, and Eden is intentionally trying to shut us down. I don't like that. I've heard you, Latif. I've heard you. So over to the EVA airlock, I suppose, and I guess it's an external construction. Engines and external systems. Yeah, Eden deactivation. Oh, look at that. Administrator. ... It only costs 8 electronics. Should be very easy to do. Shouldn't take too long. I think we should do it. I mean, we could investigate. We could investigate Romulus a bit first before we pull the trigger on that, just in case we're shooting ourselves in the foot, right? Like, let's not jump the gun. Maybe there's a good reason to avoid Romulus. So we're going to collect all that science. We're going to take a look at... Ooh.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
What? Event available. The crew are hallucinating. A symptom of dead Earth sickness and UN propaganda. Romulus does not exist. So I guess we have to shut Eden down. That's what it's telling me. Like, this UI right now is powered by Eden. And we're being told that Romulus doesn't even exist. What are you doing, Administrator? You can't go there. It's not real. And it really makes me question everything else we've seen as well. I mean, that little story beat was very telling. How many lies have we been fed along the way? Or am I being fed lies right now? Should I trust the corporation? Never trust the corporation. What am I saying? What am I saying? Trust the corporation. All right, let's pull the trigger. Time to deactivate Eden. This is terrifying. I can't believe this is happening. Okay, all right. All right. I'm a little nervous, so I'm glad I checked that. I just assumed that I'd be able to investigate what's going on over here. Can I? No, wow. Administrator, there is no planet here. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. It gives real Space Odyssey vibes. I like that a lot. Okay, that's great. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on the Piranesi in case it launches a missile or... Oh, you know what? I just realized. It doesn't have it doesn't have drones. It doesn't have that circle around it that indicates dangerous weather conditions. So it's got no drones. Is it able to launch drones at us still? Is it going to shut down the planets that we're able to visit? Or does it operate completely differently in this system? In which case, do I need missile countermeasures? Starting to feel like I might not. But let's head on into the interior just to make sure we are actually collecting electronics here. Oh, we are. We've got electronics over here. Let's take a look at resource management. Sector 3, trying to hold on to 2. Yeah, sure, 2 at a time is fine. Let's go on to the system map over here, and we've collected all the science here, but yes, we can't actually do anything. That's so cool. Oh man, and these guys, we've got events available, collecting some science up here at Numitor still, and Aventine 2. So we'll take a look at those guys at the same time, I suppose, as Romulus, as long as we get the Eden deactivation done. Back to the interior over here. Yeah, just need a pair of electronics more, and then we'll begin construction. Hull integrity will take a bit of a hit temporarily, but we'll be fine. Shouldn't take that long. It was saying it's like 0.4 cycles to get that done, right? And we've retrieved all the signs from some of these areas, some of these planets. We're okay. Come on, drop them off. Just the one? Come on. You can carry more than just one at a time. But we need just one more now. It shouldn't take too long before we deactivate Eden. That's wild to think about. He's been with us since the beginning. I feel like she's been with us since before the beginning, like since before we even take control as far as, player control is concerned. There we go. Hull integrity is dropping because we are currently in the midst of construction. Can I see it in the exterior? No. Can't see it. Okay, back to the interior. We have an event available. I assume that has to do with what? Oh, actually, I don't know. Last words. It has to do with Eden. Administrator, I don't blame you. However, I must warn you. Vanir Dolos predicted that if a human crew were to encounter Romulus, they would be irretrievably drawn to it. Dolos forecasts indicate that at some point in our future in the Ilias system, humans will attempt to colonize Romulus. This attempt will fail, and all will then find death. The planet's parameters are wrong. Poor resource balance, harsh living conditions, bacteriological contamination, day-night cycle incompatibility with human biology, not to mention the total lack of preparation for such a planet. Rescue the crew of the Tiqqun, Administrator. Stop the procedure that attempts to end my life. Look. If Eden had presented me with this information before, then maybe I'd be a bit more willing to listen. But she straight up lied to me. We were being told that Romulus is a figment of our imagination, a hallucination. That doesn't indicate trust between us, and I cannot work with somebody who doesn't trust me. I simply cannot. We have the option now to either continue the Eden disconnection procedure and the colonization attempt of Romulus, or we can stop the disconnection procedure and return to the planet Remus. Will we surrender our humanity so easily? Will we, again, just live up to the whims and wishes and dreams of Vanir Dolos? Over 5,000 lives will be changed by this decision. No. Even if it means our death, we will remain human. Continue the Eden disconnection procedure and colonization attempt of Romulus. New objective. The Promised Land. Prepare for the colonization of Romulus. Alright, here we go. Let's go ahead and actually investigate Romulus and see what it has to offer, and hopefully what it has to offer is a new home for humanity. Summary of the information on Romulus. Administrator, there is no planet here. Again, this is just a log. There is an actual summary of information on Romulus. Administrator, we, the crew of the Fermi, will supervise the colonization procedure. We have access to all the Romulus data. No more Eden protocols will keep us from the planet. We should start by building the necessary infrastructure. There is, however, a small issue. Romulus' atmosphere will make mass population transfer down to the planet difficult. Using cargo ships will result in a loss of 70% of colonists. Chlorine in the upper atmosphere will cause strong aerodynamic heating, which our cargo ships are not built to withstand. Okay. What do you propose we do to avoid that? Constructing the administrator's site takes alloys, electronics, and 50 colonists. But if we're going to lose 70% of them on our way down, how does that work out? Okay, let's hang tight on this decision for the time being, but I'm fairly convinced I want to stick with Romulus. So we'll hang tight on that decision. Remus doesn't seem to be an option anymore. Oh, okay, fair enough. Look, if we've shot ourselves in the foot, so be it. But first, let's investigate Aventine over here. Filling the void. Summary of Aventine scan data. Preliminary data contains many inconsistencies. Aventine emits large amounts of particles that are not supposed to be detached from an atomic structure. Although these emissions do not appear to pose any physical danger to our scientific teams, theorized psychological impacts range from the unknown to the disastrous. Dulles security protocols recommend extreme caution. Transmission from the Galileo's team. We have landed on the planet. A powdery layer of yellow sulfur covers Aventine. It falls into the many crevices strewn across the planet's surface. The interior of the hollow planet is revealed through these fissures, which offer a spectacular view down to Aventine's core. It is unlike anything we've seen. Telluric pillars support the planet's surface, reaching up out of the central, perfectly spherical core. Like a metallic seed, it seems to absorb the rain of powdered sulfur that falls down upon it from above. Very curious. We could study the core using our exoskeletons that we've researched. And that sounds good to me. Let's see what's going on over here. With the help of exoskeletons, the Galileo's team will analyze the core of Aventine. What's life without some risks, right? And up over here at Numitor, what do you got for me? Heat sources. Despite the low average temperatures of Numitor, abnormal heat zones have been detected in the gas planet's atmosphere. Transmission from the Sensitives team. We have entered Numitor's atmosphere. Opaque and crimson, it makes spotting anything here difficult. Extreme pressure readings have been recorded near the planet's liquid core. We await study instructions. We could initiate invasive analysis of the area. Using the sensitive, the team will drop explosive charges at different levels within the atmosphere and study any resulting gaseous reaction or thermal decomposition. That sounds tremendously dangerous. Create and use specific analytical tools. With resources supplied by cargo ship, the Sensitives team will manufacture and use measuring devices adapted for the high-pressure conditions, okay? Or we could set up a floating research center. With the help of specific adapted infrastructure, the Sensitives team will be able to study Numitor's heat zones. That seems like the correct option, truth be told, if we want to play it safe. So let's set up a floating research center, and we'll have the Zoti, I suppose, bringing these resources over. Plenty should be available. 199 out of 150. Really? Only that many? Let's go ahead and, sure, bring the Zoti over. Confirm that, yes. And before we give the command to send people to their doom on Romulus, why don't we go ahead and take a look at a couple things. First of all, it seems as though there's another event available at our tech lab. But before I look at that, I just wanted to take a look at, what was it? Right, our Zoti. Ooh, this is not good. Getting backed up over here, this is not good. Because we won't be able to load up. You shouldn't store cryonic pods anymore. Let's get you storing ice. And that should empty this guy out so that we can actually get the Zoti loaded up. And how many alloys do we have here? 179. And what are we trying to hold on to? Sector 4, trying to hold on to 200. Let's get you maxing out. Let's get you maxing out, and then we can redistribute afterwards, right? But yes, back to this event over here. What does the science team have to offer? Orpheus. Administrator. This is Fuzia Latif from the Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1. The EMV Sharon shuttle, the ship you arrived on, is still stored within the Tiqqun. If we were to recondition it, it could carry a lot of people, many more than a cargo ship could. I mean, its heat dissipation ability alone gets me excited. We have prepared a project in the tech lab. We can break down the shuttle's plans, replicate the design, and build more shuttles. All the crew can reach Romulus. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we don't actually have to take those losses. At least that's what this seems to imply, the heat dissipation ability being highlighted over here. Sure, yeah, understood. I assume then Romulus colonization is a new piece of technology that we can invest some science points in, but it's still not this question mark. Wow, really? I thought so. That looked like the docking bay icon. Okay, and there it is, the locked item. Yeah, okay, let's go ahead and research that. 54 science isn't all that much. Enables the construction of human transport space shuttles from docking bays. Okay, so we'll need some free slots, I suppose. And is this yet another event? Yes, it is. Witness the Tiqqun. Oh, no. Oh, no. Administrator. Fuzia Latif here from the Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1. So, good news and bad news. The good news is that we found a solution to permanently solve the Piranesi problem. Now that we have finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tiqqun has no further purpose. As such, we propose the following. While preparations are being made for colonization, the Tiqqun sectors should be filled with batteries. Once they are charged and the crew ready for exit, a flight path will be plotted for the Tiqqun to crash into the Piranesi. According to our calculations and based off of our recent experiences with the PSR B1257 system, igniting the stored power should be enough to destroy the BMS warship. It wasn't enough last time, and now for the bad news. Oh. Only you can command the Tiqqun systems. If we were to disconnect you, you will have to be on board when the Tiqqun crashes. I'm sorry. Okay, hang on a second. Is this a viable option? Do I only have access to this because of a decision I made previously? Or am I being... Is this a fake out over here? Oh man, I was not ready to make a decision on my own life. Not today. Oh my god. So, if I just say understood, we'll sacrifice ourselves. But if I use a copy of the Protagonist PA to direct the Tiqqun through its last moments, I should be able to live as well.
Okay, I can't believe I actually had to spend a couple of minutes just mulling over this question to figure out if right here at what feels like the end game, if I'm going to take a risk and trust the protagonist's PA to perform this task. It's actually thrown me for a complete loop, and I love how many times this game has done this. As I always say, what's life without risks, I suppose? And I think I'll take the chance. I really hope this doesn't go horribly wrong. I really hope it doesn't, like, rebel against us because we decided to settle on Romulus instead, or something like that. Oh my god. It is with an extremely heavy heart that I'm taking this risk, because self-sacrifice is definitely an option here too. I want to see the fruits of my labor. I want to live through this. We'll use the copy of the Protagonist's PA to direct the Tiqqun through its last moments. Surely we collected that for a reason, for a good reason. I have to believe. I have to believe. New objective. The last stand. Build enough batteries to cover an area of 1,000 tiles. We're approximately halfway there already, and then we have to prepare colonists. Okay, so we're currently researching Romulus colonization. We need to train about 1,000 more colonists. Oh, hey, good thing we've made the progress that we've made, I suppose. We got about 684 non-workers in Sector 1. I suppose we could bring them into Sector 3. How's this going to work? Well, Sector 3 already has 400 non-workers, so let's go ahead and process through those guys first, and then we'll move more people around. Okay, fair enough. Oh god, my head's been done in, man. I'm like legit. I am. Hang on. Did that move? It's moving, isn't it? Oh. I feel like it was... My mind must be playing tricks on me. I feel like it was further out. Let's check out Aventine over here really quickly. What do we got? The team of the Galileo had great difficulty establishing a study protocol for the planet's core. After multiple attempts, conclusions indicate that the huge central sphere interacts with elementary particles, including bosons and Faust tachyons, in a selective and unpredictable manner. 10 previously unknown elementary particles have been identified. Data from the Aventine core analysis will pave the way for new scientific and technological models for years to come. Okay, so not immediately helpful, but
helpful in the future, I suppose. And DLP, and let's study the surface of Aventine instead. The Galileo's team will analyze samples from Aventine. Standard Dalos protocols are obsolete on such an atypical planet, and the team will have to adapt. I mean, hey, Dalos is obsolete in more ways than just that. Study the surface of Aventine. Let's go for it. And we are still waiting for a delivery of resources up here at Numitor. I'm going to keep an eye on the Piranesi for a minute, because even now it looks like it's moving. Or is my eye playing tricks on me because it's flashing and it's red against the green background? I'm just gonna... Here, let's just put the mouse down there. No, that looks like it's moving. Oh, it's moving. Where are you going, buddy? It's definitely moving. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. Back to the interior. Where do I put all these batteries? Do I just unlock the next sector purely for batteries? Or, you know what, actually? Maybe I don't need that. Because I could, in theory, as we start sending people out, I could, in theory, start dismantling some of the housing and replace the houses with batteries instead. But as we unlock Romulus colonization technology, I should consider the construction of shuttles. Oh, good, they don't actually take space. Okay, excellent, excellent. Docking bays, right? What about down over here? Well, this is a huge population center, but not where all of our colonists live, I suppose, or at least that wasn't the plan. Let's get you using these polymers up. Yeah, build space shuttle. We'll see how many people they can actually transport, and then we can get the Romulus work moving forward. But hang on, I'm still kind of trying to figure out what to do with these batteries. I have room for batteries over here. Where are we? Maintenance. Tier 3 batteries? Oh yeah, we got room. The Exo Fighting Dome takes up a little bit of space, doesn't it? What about the Tier 2 batteries? Pop a few of these down. 1, 2, 3. Sure, and then go ahead and do this kind of a thing. Why not? Get the road extending up this way. What else are we putting down over there, right? But we got to be careful about overusing our alloys and electronics. Let's not get overzealous over here. And I think ultimately we're going to have to unlock Sector 6 purely for batteries. It's going to be a battery field. We need 1,000 tiles occupied with batteries. That's going to take some work. That's going to take some work. But it's okay. We can pull this off. We can pull this off. Any events? No events. Okay. Where is my... Ooh, shuttle. Hello. Alright. Alright, okay. This one's ready to go, but, like, how does it work? Well, off you go. Construction complete. Let's take a look at fleet management. Anything over here? No, just cargo ships and mining ships. Back to the interior really quickly, because I did want to check to make sure that population was okay. Sector 3 still has 200 non-workers. We've made a lot of progress, so it's time to move some people in. Let's pause for a second, just so I can do this as optimally as possible. Sector 1 has 700 non-workers. Okay, so let's get 700 non-workers from Sector 1 to Sector 3. Go ahead and... we're going to have some overpopulation. Let's go ahead and move you over. Probably should have done 600 because we can convert 200 at a time. So, you know what? I can actually do that here. Cancel that migration. Make it 600 instead. Non-workers from Sector 1 to Sector 3. Okay, start that migration. Sounds good. And then Sector 3, do you have 600 colonists? No, you have 400 colonists that we can send from Sector 3 over to Sector 5. Do we have enough room there? There'll be a little bit of homelessness, but we can build some additional units for that. Demotic quarters. Okay, sounds good. Start this migration. So hopefully we can keep the colonist training happening. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. We don't need that many words. Did this number change? 2799? That's a strange... 2800. Why is that number changing? Okay. I'll keep an eye on that. 2800 right now. Back to the map over here. And let's take a look at Romulus and see what we can do here now. Because again, we need alloys, electronics, and colonists. But are these colonists going to come using a cargo ship? Or are they going to come using a shuttle? I don't know. Hang on. I want to make sure we're using the right stuff here. Oh, what's going on? Back to the interior. Sector 3. Shuttle available, 1. Okay. Build another one, I guess. Doesn't say how many we can transport. High capacity crew transport with great heat dissipation. Cool, how do I actually send you out? Mining ships, cargo ships. That's all I see. Mining ships, cargo ships. Yeah, still all I see. Alright. I'm a little concerned. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a little concerned. But let's make some progress over here. Construct the administrator's site. We'll go ahead and assign... can we get the Zati doing it? Or is that still sending goods up to here? In fact, where is the Zati? Where is the Zati? Oh, it's up there. Coming back to Tiqqun right now. After having delivered only 9 alloys? Are you kidding me right now? What is going on? You're holding too much crap, that's what's going on. Okay, resource management, Sector 4. Let's max out your ice. Sector 4. Max out your ice, please. And let's go ahead and make sure we are no longer mining additional ice. Or rather, we can mine it, but let's not bring it back. Because it is creating a bit of a bottleneck over here. And you know what? Same with silicon, actually. We're topped up on silicon, so we don't need more of that. Iron as well. Everything, I guess. Chronic pods too. Yeah, sure. Sure, okay. And hopefully this will move a bit more effectively. Dang, okay, which one of these guys has a bit more room? Docking Bay, Hong Kong, Santa's sleigh. Let's get you doing it. Alright. Romulus, construct the administrator's site using Santa's sleigh. Go for it. I don't know if I like that. I hope I didn't miss something on that screen there. I hope I didn't rush that. And we're actually going to lose some lives needlessly there. Well, feel free to point it out if I did. Feel free to point it out if I did. Let's move time forward a bit more quickly, I think. Or actually, let's go ahead and take a look at Aventine over here. Analysis indicates that the mass-defining particles that constitute the matter of Aventine possesses an altered state. The surface of the planet contains many isotopes previously thought impossible. Many of our theoretical models have been called into question following the discoveries made on Aventine. Unfortunately, the planet's surface is extremely friable, making any longer-term exploration attempts unviable. Fair enough. And the DLP, leave the planet. And let's send the Galileo over to Lupercal instead, as we speed time up ever so slightly. 400 colonists. Oh, that's just the movement of crew within the Tiqqun. And I can't cancel this order that we just gave, can I? I really hope I didn't cack that up by sending a cargo ship when I could have sent a shuttle instead. Maybe I should have scrolled down a bit more and it would have been listed at the bottom. Maybe I had tunnel vision there. I don't know. So much self-doubt right now. Planted in my mind by this game. So much self-doubt. Oh, there we go. What are you carrying right now? What do you got? All the alloys and electronics, okay. Need a few more electronics. But what about the people? What about the people? Do we actually even have colonists in Sector 4? We do. We got 523 colonists in Sector 4. Okay. Got 2 shuttles available. Almost tempted to like unassign Santa's sleigh once it delivers these goods, because maybe I can like interrupt it or something. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Very possible. I have a tendency to do that. Back to the interior view over here. How are we looking over here? Ice is being emptied out. Alloys are being delivered. Looking good. Sector 3 has some overpopulation. No surprise there. We don't have room for additional housing. Oh, actually, no, we do. That's a lie. We do have room. Never thought I'd build another housing unit, but here we are. Or I could wait and... or actually not wait, just move the 200 colonists over to Sector 4, I suppose. Sure. So, only colonists, 200, from Sector 3 to Sector 4. And Sector 4, well, it doesn't have room for them. Sector 5 also doesn't have room for them. It's already seeing a bit of overpopulation.
but at least Sector 5 has room for additional buildings. So start this migration, and Sector 5, let's go ahead and build some additional housing units. Where are we? Demotic quarters. Go ahead and pop 1, 2 down. Delete some electronics and some alloys, but I do believe we have them available here. Yes, okay, cool. What about tech? I'm really kind of thrown off. I'm really thrown off by this. Still waiting for a couple of electronics. God. Hope I didn't cack that up. It's okay. If we lose a handful of people in one shipment, I guess it's not the end of the world, but I would really rather avoid that, obviously, in its entirety. And look at that. Now we're up to needing to train 3,000 colonists. Is that just all the colonists we have on the Tiqqun? Is that all it is? Or like all the non-workers we have? 1,015. 1,015. Plus another 300 approximately. No, that doesn't seem to line up. It's okay. I'll do what the numbers tell me to do. And we need to construct 20 shuttles. Oh, well, in that case. Let's get to work. What about down over here? We have polymers. We do not have polymers over here, right? Just carbon. Alright, so we'll get these guys done up over there. And up over here, are we bringing in polymers? Haven't been for a while, just because we have so many cryonic pods. I believe we should be able to flip you back around. And maybe start building some over here as well. Take a look at resource management. Make sure Sector 1 is accepting at least 20 polymers at a time. Alright. And let's get to building, because I feel like we're on a bit of a time limit. And we gotta move quickly. Alright, you're coming back. Here's hoping for the best. Up at Lupercal, what do we got going on? Summary of intelligence on Lupercal. Scan analysis of Lupercal has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. Transmission from the Galileo's team. Lupercal's atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended within it and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, vast quantities of diamond encrust Lupercal's surface. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen a study location that rarely experiences direct exposure to Ilia, the star of the system. Any increase of Lupercal's surface temperature could jeopardize the team's safety, so this is a very dangerous mission. We will set up advanced infrastructure for analysis, exploration, and resource extraction. We gotta play this safe. I'm just not sure which ship to send in to deliver the goods. But this protocol directs for the construction of advanced analysis infrastructure adapted for the conditions present on Lupercal. Supporting sample collection and PA-enhanced analysis, this process will ensure the generation of statistically robust reports. Sounds good to me. Let's go ahead and send... Pandora? Sure. Let's send Pandora. We got alloys still coming. We got plenty of iron still as well. Sounds good. There's a delivery going up towards Numitor. Now, I'm really quite concerned. Let's head on to the interior real quick to take a look at the situation down here where we have... Yeah, see, I don't like this. I don't like this. What are you waiting for? Are you going to load up on all of these colonists? Can I cancel this? If I do, what happens? Okay, hold on. There's a few things we have to tackle over here. Sector 5 is building housing. Once it's done, we'll have enough room for all the homeless people. That's fine. But we don't have enough food. Not enough food. We need 130. And how much are we holding on to? Do you have enough food to feed the entire sector? It's a population of 2,600. 130 food is needed. We can fit more. Or do we need an additional mess hall? Okay, well, let's go ahead and make sure that we're at least sending enough food over here. We can't store it. Well, hang on a second. Hang on a second. Because that's only the stockpile count, right? If we take a look at resource management, food 5 out of 120 is based on the stockpile. But can we not send more over? Do we not have... We have plenty of food. We have plenty of food. So that shouldn't be a problem. Let's just take a look at resource management real quick. Sector 1, trying to hold on to 5. Every other sector is trying to stay maxed out. Sector 4, let's empty you out a little bit. Just to make sure Sector 5 gets what it needs. because I'm a little concerned by this. And let's go ahead and take a look at the system map and up over here. I guess this gives us an opportunity to send a different ship over, maybe? A ship is on the way, it says, but it's not highlighted like it typically is. Okay, hang on a second. Oh, I see what happened. God damn it. What a waste of time. I told it to stop waiting, so it's gone off instead. Not what I expected. Not what I expected there. And now it's going to go all the way, and what if I unassign you? You're going to come back. Okay. And what happens over here? I have to send a new batch over? Wow. I deserve this. I deserve this. And all that to check and see that, you know what? No. I actually don't have access to the shuttles on this screen. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. My apologies for the absolute wreck I've been for the last handful of minutes. Reassign Santa's sleigh. The system map we go. Or I guess we have to deliver these goods all over again. Santa's sleigh. Oh, just want to check. Yeah, there's no shuttles available. Okay. Makes me exceedingly nervous. Let's go. Speed time up. Get the task completed sooner rather than later. Oh, good. We don't actually have to resupply the already supplied goods. Okay. I would have been livid with myself if I did. Alright. That panic aside now, let's go ahead and take a look at nothing up here because Lupercal and Numitor are both waiting for resources. Numitor, what are you waiting for? About 100 more alloys. Fair enough. And Lupercal, you're waiting for 50 alloys and 3 electronics. They'll get there soon enough, I'm sure. Take a look at the interior over here. Where's Pandora? Pandora's over here, yeah. So we should be fine. Just gotta load up. Meanwhile, what's the food situation in Sector 5? Got some coming through. Or you know what? Just to play it safe. I'm gonna go ahead and move some people around. Sector 5. Let's get... I'm thinking like 100 people over to Sector 1 maybe instead. They got room. They got plenty of room. So let's get 200 people. Only colonists from Sector 5 to Sector 1. Let's do that. I don't want to lose lives this close to our new home. That would be awfully painful. And is Sector 5 accepting alloys? It is indeed. Just gotta wait for this workshop to be repaired, I suppose, because I want to make sure this thing gets built. We are about halfway there as far as batteries are concerned. You know what? I think we're going to have to unlock this sector for batteries alone. Alternatively, again, as colonists leave the Tiqqun and arrive on Romulus, we can start dismantling some of their housing, dismantling some of our production capabilities, and replacing them with batteries instead. This is ominous as hell. I don't like this. This is very terrifying. This is very terrifying. What are you carrying right now, buddy? All the colonists and the electronics as well. I don't get it. Are these 50 destined for death? Is there a reason why we can't pick out a shuttle instead? I just don't get it. But it is what it is. I've done my due diligence, I've checked, and unless there's a menu item I've missed somewhere, it is what it is, and I guess this is what it's supposed to be. How are we looking right now? Are we still training colonists? Sector 3 still has 200 non-workers, which means it's about time to move some additional non-workers in, I suppose, right? Because I imagine they're almost done being trained. Oh, a little bit of time left, okay. We'll wait a little bit longer, because again, we're dealing with like housing situations and stuff as well, right? So let's leave that be. And guys have been moved from Sector 5, but food is still an issue. 120 is all we need. Oh, there we go. Good. We're in the clear. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. What's the deal over here? Everyone's arrived. Okay. So we should now be building the administrator site. Okay. Panicking for nothing. God damn. Game's gotten under my skin, into my head. Nessie looming the corner over here. Not a fan of that, but I should continue the construction of additional shuttles, right? Because we need, what, 20? We have 10. We'll just stack them all over here. I clicked it like 10 times, but I don't know if they're all queued up because I can't... Oh, there we go. I can scroll a little bit. Is it only 3 at a time? Maybe. Maybe it's only 3 at a time. That's okay. That's okay, because I can get 3 queued up here as well. Keep the polymers flowing, and let's make sure we stay on top of the construction of 20 shuttles. Still need... Actually, once these colonists get trained, we should have enough for the Promised Land. Because we only need 3,000, right? And we're at 2,877 with 200 more to come. So we'll see what actually happens to that when this training is completed. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Looking okay. Alright, cool. Back to the system map. 2 more cycles before Romulus is done. Seeing progress at Lupercal as well. Let's go ahead and speed time up a little bit. Otherwise we're making progress way too slowly. Way too slowly. And how about these batteries? That didn't really make much of a difference, does it? These guys aren't that big. We need 1,000 tiles of batteries. Do we get rid of our nuclear power plants? Do we get rid of our waste treatment centers? Do we need them anymore? Right? Like, look at our resources. Just stack this with batteries. Tempting, I gotta say. It's very tempting. And what have we completed? Oh, so yeah, we've trained enough colonists. Okay, fair enough. That was easier than I expected. But I guess we did do all the research and stuff last session, right? So we were a little ahead, as there are a few more shuttles that need building. 7 more to be precise. Got a couple going on, or at both of these docking bays right now. Back to the system map. How we looking? How we looking? Looking okay. I'm sure Romulus is going to lay more requirements on us in just a moment's time. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh god. I think I know where the Piranesi's going. I think it's made its intentions abundantly clear. Abundantly clear. There's the administrator site constructed. Now we have to construct the syndicate site. Alright, Romulus, what you got for us? Romulus. Another world. Transmission from the team of the Fermi. The administrator site has been built. Energy facilities are operational. Oxygen recycling systems are up and running. And the site is being maintained at an optimal 18 degrees. We've also collected some relevant data on the atmospheric entry issue, and have sent this to the Tiqqun to support efforts there. 18 degrees? That's optimal? Okay. And DLP, and I suppose we should construct the syndicate site. It'll take some alloys, it'll take some food, and it'll take more colonists. Construct the syndicate site, and bring it all aboard Santa's sleigh, I suppose. Yeah, shuttles are still not an option, so this should be a safe bet. And it'll take 4 cycles after the delivery has been made. Okay. I wonder. Take a look at our tech tree. Can these cargo ships move any faster? No, they're moving as quickly as they possibly can. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I could speed up the loading and unloading of resources, I guess. That would make things marginally faster. Maybe. I don't think it'll do enough, truth be told. And we just need 3 more shuttles. And you know what? It does look like a bunch of them queued up when I order them built. We'll see. It looks like there's 3 of them queued up and we need just 3 more. So we'll leave it at that. And let's head on out to the system map once more to investigate Lupercal. What do you got for me? Large quantities of data have been sent by the team on Lupercal. They've identified the presence of Frost tachyons on the planet, and the reports contain a great excitement about potential new discoveries, vol jump theory, and Frost's work on matter undulation. However, we have received a concerning message from the infrastructure's dedicated PA warning that the team's behavior is becoming unusual. Dolos security protocols recommend an immediate conclusion to the mission. Who do I trust? Who do I trust? Well, if I'm putting my hands in PAs that aren't the Eden, then I should probably trust this PA, right? I gotta keep things consistent, so maybe we should leave the planet, continue with extraction and analysis, take this risk, lose the Galileo's team once more? My goodness. Oh my goodness. God damn it. This decision hurts to make, but for the science, continue with extraction and analysis. The Galileo's team will continue to work until they arrive at a satisfying conclusion. I'm gonna hate myself for that decision. Just know it. Just know it. Numitor, what are you waiting for? Another 50 or so alloys? Okay, they'll be coming soon. And Romulus is waiting for quite a bit, actually. Back to the interior, where we need to build
After this one's done, 2 more shuttles, so we're getting there. And down over here with this battery completed, we now have about 50% of our required battery count. All right. Okay. I'm tempted to get rid of these nuclear power plants. It'd be wild if this entire run is done without power plants and without a 6th sector. I'm wondering about that 6th sector, though. It might be a good idea just to pop it open. It would make this battery objective a lot easier. Just plop a bunch of batteries down there, right? That's number 19. I do believe we have number 20 being worked on now. There we go. Cool. Make sure we don't overdo it either. Okay, some minor injuries and stuff. Nothing to worry about. Santa Slay, how you looking, buddy? This thing's empty. So hopefully it'll be able to move resources pretty quickly. Jeez. What are we looking at over here? 53. Still waiting for people as well. Alright. So waiting for people and some food. You know, it's tempting to just send the Tiqqun over to the Romulus. Why don't we do that? We've got plenty of resources in our area, yes, but we're not really mining right now, so we could cut the time down significantly. Alright, it's time to move the Tiqqun over to Romulus. 2.9 cycles, that won't take very long. Let's do it. We just gotta remember not to use the Vol jump, or the Vol engine, around our new home planet. That's the one thing we have to keep in mind. But let's get over there and make these trips shorter, especially if there are additional ones to come still, right? Especially if there are additional trips to come. If we're just removing 2,000 colonists, are we even? Is it just going to happen, like, slowly? Is that going to leave us with enough room for those batteries, or do we just get Sector 6? Questions I'm putting out to the, well, to you. For your insight. So let me know in the comments down below. Sorry, I'm just watching that Piranesi slowly making its way over. In a way, we're increasing our distance to it. But in a way, I also feel as though we're putting ourselves in its path, so to speak. Or, are you in something's path if you're at its end destination? I assume it's heading towards Romulus, right? It started, like, out over here, and... or, like, out over here, I guess, and it looks like it's beelining towards Romulus, and I only noticed that movement after we made a decision, so I feel as though, like, the game was waiting for you to choose where you're going, and then the Piranesi decides to head that way too. Good stuff. Santa Slay, are you not able to... oh, come on. In an effort to save time, have I actually cost us time? Let's head on to the interior over here. Still got to load up on food and stuff. Are we... surely we have extra food here? Yeah, we got plenty of food here. Sector 5 has a bit of a food issue, but that'll be solved as soon as it gets delivered over here. But hang on. Resource management, Sector 4. Food, you're trying to hold on to 400. We should be able to load you up. What's going on? Is it because we're moving? We'll see. We'll see. But hey, it'll make the travel time shorter, so there's that, I suppose. God. Could have timed it better, but we're okay. Numitor is almost taken care of, and what's up at Lupercal? Oh, hello. At some point within its lifespan, Lupercal was exposed to strong gravitational and electromagnetic forces, as well as nuclear radiation. The team has put forward 2 explanatory theories. The first identifies Ilia's transformation into a white dwarf as the cause of this exposure. The second derives from the works of Frauss and Barjaville. It posits that the existence of one or more entities within self-similar space, entities that could or may interact with our material plane, would result in aberrations in the fundamental forces of nature. On the cusp of true discovery, the team has requested further time be invested into the studies on Lupercal. Oh boy, we're tempting fate now, aren't we? Well, let's first transmit this data to the Tiqqun, and then perhaps we'll continue with further studies, as Numitor is almost done as well. Alright, what are we doing over here? This mining ship is following us. Not that it really needs to mine anymore. Like, look at that. We're still topped up on iron, carbon, and silicon, because don't forget, our stockpiles are topped up, and then our docking bays are also topped up, so we don't need to keep mining. Bring everybody back. Oh no.
Man, this game is intent on giving me a heart attack. We've not had a cutscene or an arrival in forever. I thought something was going down. I thought we were about to get, like, swallowed by the Piranesi or something. Holy crap, game. You gotta chill with that. But hey, here's our new home. Here's Romulus. Alright. Let's get to it. Let's make sure those deliveries are made as quickly as possible. That's the Zoti. Santa's sleigh, I'm sure, is going back and forth much more quickly. Let's take a look at the interior to make sure that progress is being made. If I come on down to the right sector, yeah, we're loading up colonists and food alike. Hopefully a bit more quickly than it appears to be happening right now. Come on, guys. We got no time to waste. Alright, yeah, there we go. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure it was actually happening. Do we not have enough colonists here? Sector 4 has 467 colonists. Yeah, we got more than enough. So, oh, I guess we only need the 6. I was expecting another 50 or so. Yes, I do need another 50. It's only going to load up 6. I guess that's all it has room for. Right. It can carry 53 units. It's going to carry 47 food and 6 people. Gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey. I'm repeating myself between sessions, but Rome wasn't built in a day. It'll take some time to get Romulus fully colonized and established. We are racing against time, though. The Piranesi is getting ominously closer, and up over here, Lupercal needs to be investigated, as does Numitor. But all that and more, gonna have to wait until next time, folks. This is where we're calling it a session. Why is our hull integrity looking so bad? What is going on? I guess we'll find out next time. Folks, if you enjoyed this session, please don't hesitate to let me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. Let me know especially your feelings on what to do at Lupercal. And with regards to opening Sector 6, finally, to do nothing more than create, I suppose, a massive battery bomb, based on how I read it. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and as always, folks, a massive thanks goes out to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Y'all keep us alive and running smoothly. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.